Good morning, grade sixes. So today we're going to be talking about double bar graphs. For the past couple days, we've been talking about different data management skills, and we've been really focusing on regular bar graphs. But today we're going to be talking about double bar graphs. So if we look at the first slide, we see a single bar graph like we're used to. So this bar graph is looking at the favorite ice cream of boys. So you have 5 different options. You have vanilla, strawberry, lemon, chocolate, and peach. So if you look on the right side, that's where the actual bar graph is. We see each bar indicating how much of students responded to liking that flavor. So for vanilla, we have 12 students, which when we look at our chart, you also see vanilla and 12 students beside that as well. Everything follows suit the same way, and there's one single bar in the graph. That's why we call it a single bar graph. On the next slide, we see the same thing with girls. So same flavors, same question, favorite ice cream, and same single bar graph idea. So for peach, you have 0. That's why on the graph you don't see anything for peach. For chocolate is the most at 20, and that's why when you look at the graph, you see chocolate having 20. Sometimes you want to combine them. So if you have all the girls and boys in one class, you want to see what the total class has. That's where our double bar graph comes into play. So we see it plotted on our charts the way we've been doing. You have boys and girls on the same chart, saying for favorite ice cream. The data is the same. So boys for vanilla is still 12, girls for vanilla is still 10. But now they're side by side, which we can also do on our graph. So for our units and our question, our data, it stays the same, and you see it on the graph as well. So for vanilla, it's for boys is the blue, and for orange, it's the girls. So always remember when you're looking at the double bar graph, you have to remember that you're looking at 2 sets of data. So if I were to ask you how many people were surveyed for their favorite ice cream, you wouldn't just tell me the total of how many boys, and you wouldn't just tell me the total of how many girls. You would combine that total for one big number that sums up the whole double bar graph. The cool thing about this is that I can ask you how many boys were surveyed and how many girls were surveyed. And you can count those and add those up on their own, but you can also give me a total for the entire survey. Another key point of a double bar graph is our legend. So at the very bottom of the double bar graph, you see a blue little box that says boys and an orange little box that says girls. This indicates that the blue bars are for boys and the orange bars are for girls. So for you, your task is to look at this double bar graph about where we should go on our field trip. It took into consideration the votes of grade 5s and grade 6s. And I know that because in our top right corner, you see a little blue box that says grade 5s and a little orange box that says grade 6. At the bottom for places to visit, we have the zoo, museum, CN Tower, movie, and Wonderland. And then on the y-axis, you have the number of students that voted for each. Your task is to answer the questions given to you on your sheet in regards to this double bar graph.